there is a desktop icon SAP login pad. In the login pad, you can see the list of systems configured here. SAP, the list of systems are configured here. So here you can open the any one of the system here. Suppose like just to take the ECC, right? So here, so initially, normally you can log in with the under the client. So initially, whenever you do the first time installation, by default, how many clients you will get? Two clients you will get, right? So either 000 or 001, you can get it out here. So you can log in with the either DDIC or SAP star. Initially, you need to log in with the DDIC or SAP star. You have to log in here, right? So here we have already created the one user. Then you can use the basis user. Then you can log into the our SAP system here. This is the SAP screen. So this is the place where you need to execute the transaction codes. This is the place where you need to execute the transaction codes here. So transaction codes are shortcut to the business application. Transaction codes are shortcut to the business application here, which means SAP is a transaction codes based concept. SAP is transaction code based concept here. So which means we need to execute the transaction code. We need to execute the transaction code so that the respective business page will be opened here. Respective business page will be opened here, right? So same as like yesterday. So we are discussing about the work process administration part. So DV, so EBMGS, right? So D for dialogue. So the dialogue transaction codes SM50, SM66 here, right? So here we can see the work process status here. If we go to the SM50, the transaction code, here we can see the status of the work process here, how the work process are behaving here, right? You can see the status. This is the status here, waiting status, running. So what is the status here? You can see all the status here. So here with my user, one work process is already running status here. With my user, one work process already running status. That's why it's showing that running status here. It's showing that running status here, right? So you can see here. So like that, so dialog work process is the first work process. It will pick up, it will process the user request here. So, but the request will come from dispatcher. Request will come from the dispatcher here. That is the main thing here, right? Dialog and update. So BTC. So, but so dialog and BTC will be the more work process here. Why? Because this will handle the user request and BTC will handle the jobs. BTC work process will handle the background jobs here. That's why we have more than two, and dialog also it should be more than two is required. Remaining one is fine to handle the request and everything here, right? So at the same time you can see here, so dialogues updates, we have the status and all we can find out in the SM50 transaction code here. See, you can see the SM50 transaction code here. So here you can see you want to only active work process which is currently running status, means that you can filter it out. If you suppose if you need all, then all will be displayed here, right? All will be displayed here. What is the average load? All the information is getting displayed in the screen here. You can see this is the screen here. So which means, so work process overview means the dedicated one application server related work process overview will be displayed here. Suppose if I execute the SM66, suppose you are in the one transaction code, you want to go for the other transaction code, you need to execute the /n in front of the transaction code. You need to keep the /n SM66 here, /n SM66 here. So SM66 here, you can see all the instances of the SID, all the instances of the work process related information is displaying here. All the instances of work process information is getting displayed here. This is what we can see it here, all the instances, right? All the instances of the work process information is getting displayed here. So this is what we can see it here, right? So, but here it is related to the all the instances. Suppose in NW1, if you have the more than one, then all will be the one screen here. But if you go to the SM50, it will display only one active application server. Only whatever the application server you are logged in, only that application server information will be displayed here. Suppose you want to cancel, you want to check the some logs of this work profile, because you are in the SAP system, you are progressing some activity means because of the this dialog work process here, right? If you go to the administration part, then check the, you can also cancel the work. Sometimes what happens, your session will be on, then you will not able to log out also here. Then we can cancel the session with core or without core. With core and without core, you can cancel it here. With core or without core, we can cancel the session. So if you cancel the session with core, then there is a dump will be generated. Without core means there is no dump will be generated here. And you can see the display trace of the current process here. So the current work process related, the trace information will be displayed. The tracing information will be displayed here. What is the trace? What is the error messages? So all the information, the time to time, the logs will be updated here. Time to time, the logs will be updated here. So you can see the time to time, the logs will be updated, so that you can see the all the informations and everything here, right? That is the one thing here, right? So that is the one thing of the work process information and everything here, right? So this is what we can see, the all the information we can find out from here, right? So, and also if you want to exit or delete the session, or so check the program debugging and everything, we can do it. But program debugging and all, you don't require. Only the logs, trace logs, display the file and current. Suppose this user, this work process is running from longer time, or this work process in the wait status, this work process are in the error status, then status of the work process, right? We know the status of the work process: waiting, running, sleep, stop, error. There are the multiple status we have, right? The status. So suppose waiting means cool, like it's waiting for the pick up the user request and everything here, right? So running the work process means, running means some user request is running on this request, means this work process assigned to the one of the work process, the one of the user, then the user is running something in the SAP level here, SAP level here. So like that, we can see the work process information and everything here, right? So that is the one thing here. We go to, so same SM50, SM66 here. And also yesterday we discussed about the update also here. V for update transaction code here, right? So update transaction codes are SM13 and SM14 are the transaction codes here, right? SM13 to check the if any failed work process in the system or not. If you go to the SM13, you can see the, so any failed update records, right? You can check the status, check the all, then remove the dates. Maybe if you want to normally last 24 hours, what are the transaction codes, what are the update records got stuck in the system, you can check it out here, right? So it will display the some updates, right? Then we need to repeat the updates, or you need to inform to the respective team, so that they will take care of the progressing the updates and everything here, right? Just if you go to the click on the execute button here, so then it will show the if any failed update records are shown, the failed update records will be here, right? That what we can see it in the SM13, where we can check the failed update records. SM13, we can see the failed update records, we can see it here, right? That is the SM13 here, right? If you go to the SM14, there we can check the whether the update is active or not. So here we can check the whether update is active or not. Sir, what happens if the update is deactivated? So I have manually deactivated the update work process here, right? I have manually deactivated the update work process. Now what I will do here, I will go to the system level, I will do the some changes here, right? So let me show you. So here what I will do, I'm trying to create the, let me let me try to create the one user here. Okay, so this user will update the So this user will be, the user data will be saved into the database level. But here I have cancelled the update work process. I have deactivated the update. Then what will happen? Anybody? So what will happen if the update is deactivated? What will happen?
It won't update.
Okay, so it won't save. First of all, the data will not be saved here. So let me show you here. The data will not be saved into the systems here. So update deactivated. So what I'm doing to, I'm going to create the one changes, some changes in the table level I'm doing here. So when I click on the save button here, then this won't save. This won't save. It keep on processing only. It keep on processing only. So this transaction is not processing here. This transaction is not processing here. See what happening? This transaction update is delayed. Wait. So this transaction is not processing here. See. So you can see the failed update records in the, so failed update records. Let me take in the one more session here. If we go to the SM13, then there we can find out the, so one transaction got so stuck here in the update record. So which means there are the two update work process. Maybe if you observe it here, so every SAP system, they are the V1 and V2. So update 1, update 2, they are the two types of updates here, right? Update and update task 2. So update 1 is like a, update 1 is like a, so non-critical updates, non-critical updates here. Update 2 is like a critical updates will happen in the systems here. Critical updates, non-critical updates. This will happen in the systems here. One will be take care of the critical, second one will take care of the, so non-critical related updates will be taken care by here. Non-critical related updates here, right? V1, V2 here. But both will be handle the update records only here. So, but still see, the record is not saved. The transaction is not saved here. So now what I will do here, immediately I will activate the update work process, right? Then immediately I activate it. See here, now the transaction is saved, right? The data got saved here. So then how it got happened? Then what is the difference for previous and now? Right? So because of in the SM13, you see there are no pending items, also zero. Previously there is a one record found, now it is the zero, right? Now it is the zero record got found here, right? That is the one thing here. So here update is active status here, right? So here, so now you can assume update work process will process the records, updated records into the table level. Then only the transaction will be saved. Otherwise, the transaction will not be saved here. So update is the one of the critical update. It will play the one of the critical priority, critical updates, critical role it will play in the SAP systems, right? SM13, SM14 here, right? That is the one thing about the update, right? Suppose if I talk about the NQ work process here, NQ is like a, NQ, it's like a SM12. NQ is like a SM12 here. SM12 is the locking mechanism. SM12, it's like a locking mechanism here. Locking mechanism here, right? So locking mechanism. So locking mechanism means, so as I informed yesterday, it will lock the transaction throughout the period. So until you end, suppose something you are doing in the system, right? Something you are editing in the system. Suppose I want to going to create the some groups here. I'm going to create the some groups here. So then until you end the transaction code here in SM12, if you go to the SM12 here, in SM12, your transaction will be, so remove the user ID and the client and everything, make it empty. Just click on the execute button. So there is a lock entry got displayed here. NQ is a locking mechanism. NQ work process is a locking mechanism here, which means it will lock the your user entry. It will lock the your user entry here, right? That is the main thing of the NQ work process here. Means until you end the session, right? Why? Because so now you are doing something here. Suppose some similar person, some other person also is trying to do something in the same transaction code. This will tell you like, boss, this table is already being used by or locked by the basis user. You have only display possible here. Means you cannot do the similar creation or similar changes in the systems because of the thing is already one person is already doing the transactions here, already is doing the work in the systems here. That is the locking mechanism. It will lock the all the transactions and everything in the systems. It will lock the all the transactions and everything in the system here. That is called the locking mechanism here. Okay, locking mechanism here. So that is the one thing here. Okay, create the creating. So group the log on groups and instance here, log on group and so this is the groups creation. So he's trying to create something, but some other person also is trying to create the same, but system is locked is a transaction. Why? Because system is not allowing. So this kind of work will be done by the your NQ work process locking mechanism. In SM12, we can check the this SM12 little locks and everything here. SM12 is the transaction code to find out the locking mechanism and everything here. Okay, this is the SM12 here locking mechanism. So this locking mechanism normally, if the transaction is done, immediately the locks will be cleared. Immediately the locks will be cleared here. So in any case, sometimes it's not cleared. The locking is not cleared here. Then we need to check the, so if any lock entries older than 2 days, older than 1 day, then we can remove those lock entries in the system. Can remove those lock entries in the systems here. That's possible. We can do it here, right? If any transaction or if anything it's a older than 24 hours, we can easily remove those transactions, those lock entries in the system here upon the taking the approval and everything here. So we have to take the approval, then we have to do the this kind of work here, right? Lock entries here, right? That is the main thing here, right? So that is the locking mechanism here, right? So B means background work process here. B means the background. B means the background work process here, right? So background work process means it's kind of a jobs. It will handle the jobs here. Background work process will handle the background jobs in the SAP system here. Background work process will handle the jobs in the system here. Suppose here sometimes, so there are some manual activities, some processings, some monthly payrolls, some daily routine activities, right? Some monthly routine activities. So these things we can automate it by using the job concept. But these jobs will be executed by the, so this job will be executed by the BTC work process, which means background work process here, right? Background work process here, right? So here job, first of all, what is job here? Job is like a set of instructions, set of actions will be done in the job. Background job here, set of actions, set of instructions we give to the here, which means, oh, so whatever the requirement is there, the requirement we have to write in the program. We means developer has to write a program, then they will ask us to schedule that program monthly once or yearly once, daily once, every 10 minutes once, every 5 minutes once, so that to processing the payrolls, to processing the some other things and everything. So we have to execute those things here. We have to execute the those things here, right? So then we have to check here, we have to check this one. So SM36 and SM37 are the transaction code for the background jobs here. So 36 transaction code is used to, SM36 is used to creating the background jobs, creation of the background jobs here. And SM37 is for monitoring the background job. And so if we want to change the schedule, we can change the timelines, we can check the status, all the things will be performed in the SM37. 36 is only for creation of the background jobs here. SM36 is only for creation of the background jobs here. So we can go to the SM36, create the job. What is job? Set of instructions. Whatever you give to job, that instructions will be executed. That instructions will be in the format of either program or report or command, whatever it may be. So that instructions you need to give to the job, then system will execute the job as per the timelines here, right? Suppose daily you are doing some monthly or every month end you are doing the payments, payrolls to the employees, right? That employees to the payrolls that will be executed, right? Here we have to do that one. 36 and 37 we have to execute it. 36 we have to create the job here, but the job while creating the job will depend on the means job will either execute the step like either the program or report or command that will execute it here. So now suppose if you go to SM36 is the transaction code here you can create the job name of the job. Suppose like you can create the job name like, so any one of the name you can give it here. Suppose like so monthly salary. Okay, monthly salary. So monthly salary to the employees. Suppose example, job class A. So there are the two types of job classes here, right? High priority, middle priority, low priority. High priority, middle priority, and low priority here. So suppose it's a payroll job, it's the high priority, then high priority. So then you can make it as a high priority. So then target means in which application server, in which server you want to execute it here. If you are the more server, then you no need to define it. If you are the one application server, you no need to define it here. So you can make it as a empty, or you can also create it here. As soon as the monthly payroll executed, you need to define the spool recipients also here. Spool recipient means use email ID should get the notifications. As soon as job completed, they will get the notifications to the this recipient, right? So this one we can provide the information here. This one we can provide the information here. Then go to the click on the start condition here, right? There the so before the stop condition, job will depend upon the steps here. So means step which one you have to execute, job should be executed what. So there are the three types of job steps are there. There are the three types of job steps here. This is the important three types of job steps here. Either job will be executed on the above program, either external commands or external programs here. Either any one job will be executed here, right? So you can define anything, either above program, either external commands, then external program, anything you can define, you can give it to the job here. Anything you can define, you can give it to the job here. So job will be executed. So respective thing here, job will be executed respective thing here, right? Either above program, then you can define the program. Either external commands means OS level commands also will be executed. OS level you have the scripts are there. Instead of you are manually executing, if you define that script in the SAP level, that SAP will execute automatically without any manual intervention. SAP will execute it here, right? So then here, so you can define the external programs also. External programs, external command, but most of the things will use the above program here, right? We need to use the above program. So here we have to define the some programs here. Sir, what is the program means? Normally during the installation you will get the lot of programs from SAP. So you can use that program, we can use it here. That program we can use it here, right? So here we can define the suppose like the program name always starts with the RS. So maybe you can use the any one of the program, you can use it, any program you can use it, but in the real time they will provide you the program details and everything to you. They will provide you the program details and everything here, right? You can define the job step here, go back and step, you can see the job step here, program and the user, you can find it here, right? Go back here and provide the job name as the monthly salary, job class, and this and all the normal details you will fill it out. So first thing, job step, we have to define it. Job step means what this job will be executed, which program or which command, which external programs this will be executed. There are the three types of job steps are there that will be executed by this job here. That one you need to define it here. Right, then start condition here. Start condition means, yeah, either you want to start the job immediately, or so they are the types of startup conditions here. Job startup conditions here. Immediately you want to start the job, then you can press the immediately. No, I don't want to start the immediately. I want to start the tomorrow at night a.m. So you want to start it, then you can give the timings and everything. So you want to start the job. This job want to stop after the one job is completed. Yes, define that dependency job. You can define it here, right? After event, then you can define the after event here. Then operation modes, then you can define the operation modes here, right? That is the one thing here. Operation modes, you can define the operation modes here, right? So operation modes mean that is separate concept that time. So I will explain it operation modes here, right? So either immediate, either daytime, after job, after event. These are the job startup conditions, right? Suppose I want to job start immediately, but I want to go for the every hourly my job wants to start it. So this is a payroll job, right? Every monthly I want to stop this job, right? Then every monthly if you schedule it, every month this job will start it, every month this job will start it. But there is a restrictions also. I don't want to start this job on the Saturdays or Sundays and public holidays. So which calendar you want? It's the Indian customer, then Indian calendar here. Indian customer, there is a Indian calendar, you need to set it out. Job should not execute on the Sundays, Saturdays, Sundays and public holidays here. So definitely, so some definitely sometimes we will not get the definitely sometimes we will not get the salaries, right? So then you can see the salaries, we will not get it out. So in that case you can see the job, you can see the, so then you can set the restrictions, periodic values. So you want to repeat multiple times, weekly, daily, hourly, or every 10 minutes, every 5 minutes. So that one you can define it, right? That one you can define it here, right? So monthly, weekly. So you have to define, you can define it here. Click on the save button here. Now job will start immediately, and every monthly the same time this will be executed here, right? Then click on the save button here. Click on the save button here. Immediately the job status will be released status here. So initially the job status is the scheduled status. When you assign the timelines in the start conditions, then save it, automatically the job got released here. Automatically the job got released here. That is called the job is released status here. So job steps, above program, external commands, then external programs here. They are the three types of programs we have here, right? Job steps. Then when it goes to the job startup conditions here, right? Job startup conditions here. So there are the three types of job startup conditions here. One is the above program, then so external programs, then external commands. External commands. So there are the three types of startup, sorry, job startup conditions, right? So job startup conditions. So you want to start the starting conditions. If you want to start the job immediate. Suppose you want to start the give the date and time. So date and time. You want to start the job after the job. After the job, you want to start the job after the event. After the event, then operational modes. Operational modes you can trigger it here. So these are the job startup conditions we have. They're the job startup conditions we have in the systems here, right? They're the three types of job steps: above program, external commands, external programs here, right? Conditions: immediate, daytime, after job, after event, and after operational modes here. So now you schedule the job is released status here. Then you can go to the SM37 here. You can check the status of the job. So job name, if you know, type it basis user, then click on the execute button, then it will show the list of jobs here, right? So sir, lot of jobs are displaying. I know the job name, something like that. There is a monthly, something like that. I scheduled it, then put the star, click on the okay, execute it. Then your monthly job is got executed, right? It got successfully finished. So right, as soon as this job is finished, then every person will get the emails. Your salary has been credited, something like that. You will get the emails, right? So notifications. So the job log. So you can see that if any errors, we can find out the some errors in the job log. What is happening here, right? Job log, we can find out the here, right? So you can see the so in the and there is a n number of daily. There are the n number of background jobs will be executed in the SAP system. Right. So if you could give star, click on the execute button and the timelines, this is there are lot of jobs are executing in the jobs. See, lot of jobs are executing in the jobs here. See, all are cancelled status. Maybe select it, click on the job log, and it will tell you the why no objects were selected. There is no objects for this program. So check the one more job why it is failing here. There is a raise uncaught exceptions. Okay, something is trying to delete uncaught exceptions. Then job log terminated with the spool internal error here. There the spool internal error we have here, right? That is the main thing here, right? That is the then report job log here. So you can see the constructors. So there is some job log here. So if failed jobs and successful logs, you can see the log something wrong in the system level that we can find it here. Something wrong in the here, something we can find out here, right? So job logs, right? SM37, we can find out the job status of the job. So there are the multiple status of the jobs here: scheduled, released, ready, active, finished, cancelled. Cancelled means job got cancelled status here. Finished means job got finished status here. So active means job got active, currently running status here. Ready, job is currently is ready. So released means job got released status here. That we can find out the all the information from here. Job status of the jobs we can find out from here, right? That is the one important thing here. Status of the job we can find out from the here, right? So that is the one thing. But creation of the job can be done in the SM36. SM36 that will be done here, right? So SM36 is the transaction code where you need to create the background job. We have to define the background job here, right? So there, just to provide the job name here, then just go to the start condition here, right? This is the job start condition. Sorry, job steps are very important. Job steps are very important here. There are the three types of job steps are there. There are the three types of job steps are there: above program, external command, external program. Above program, external command, external program. They are the three types of job programs are there. So above program means normally the developers write the program. Then the program they will give you the instructions, set of instructions. So this job will be executed line by line by one. The job will execute that program here. Commands are some OS level commands and everything. External programs means outside of the programs and everything that will be. But most of the thing people will use this one. So sometimes so they may ask you some technical interview point of time, can you tell me the job steps here, types of job steps? Above program, external command, external programs, right? So you need to define the program name here. One of the program name we have to define it here, right? Then go back and give the start conditions. Suppose I want to run the job on the so like next day, next tomorrow or day after tomorrow, or suppose like I want to run the job at same time I want to run the job here, same time. So same time I want to run the job here, right? Tomorrow. Then I am scheduling only one day I have to schedule it. So if you want to make it the multiple iterations here, then you need to set the periodic values here, every hourly or monthly, daily, yearly. So that one you need to define it here. Every 4 weeks one, that one you need to define it here. That one you have to define the here, right? That is the one thing here, right? So then click on the save button. Then this job will be executed only one time. That is tomorrow at 8 6 8 6 8. Okay. So that is the one here, right? Click on the save button here. The job is released status here. When you assign the timelines, job is in the scheduled status. Then after that, job will go to the released status. Then active, finished, cancelled status here. This is the background job perspective. This is the background job which will execute in the systems here. Which will execute in the systems here, right? So that's what. So everybody. So maybe sometimes you may get the request to create the background job. So that time you need to go to the SM36, you have to create the job. Okay. So sometimes you may have to so daily you may have to check the jobs. Are there any cancelled jobs in the system? That you need to check it out here, right? So you need to check the which user, or if you know the job name or username, you can get the all the information about the. So check the jobs, what are the jobs are completed, what are the jobs are running from longer time. So these all are the completed status. Just you can filter like finished, and you want to only active. Active means currently which are active here, then the active jobs will be displayed here. So I want to check the are there any active jobs since longer time. So this will be displayed here, no jobs, right? I want to check the are there any ready status, ready for waiting for the execution. Scheduled means job is created. Released means job you assigned the timelines for the job is released status here. Then ready means job is waiting for the execution. Active means currently job is active, running status. Job is active means job is a running status here. Then finished means job is successfully completed here. Then cancelled means job is successfully cancelled status here. Right? So that is the one thing here. Right? That is the one thing we have the job completed status here, right? So here, so most of the time, so you may have to create or you have to monitor the jobs here. So you need to sometimes your manager or team lead will ask you check how many jobs are cancelled still yesterday to today. So then you need to check the timelines and you need to check the why the jobs are cancelled, why it is cancelling. Then you need to check the logs here, right? No objects are selected, there is a error, sir, there is a no objects are selected. So then program is correct, there is no objects for this program, that's why job got cancelled status. Job got cancelled status here, right? So these jobs you have to execute it here, defining the background jobs here. Just click on the OK button. So what is the relation between this background job and background work process? Means this job will be executed by the background job only. Without background job, without BTC work process, job will not be executed. Without BTC work process, job will not be executed here, right? Executing server, this is the one. Then work process number 5, this is the one. So this will be executed here, right? This will be executed here, right? So means once the job is executed, means if suppose job is successfully executed means because of the your work process. So work process number 5, right? Then if you go to the what is the work process number 5 here, there is a each work process, there is a numbering here. So this is the number. So BTC work process. So this BTC work process executed the job in the systems. That is the main important thing here, right? So suppose that is the background jobs. Okay. So now what you have to do, you need to run the jobs here, right? So you need to run the jobs. So apart from the jobs, so there are the some other transaction codes called the ST22. This is called the above runtime errors, above runtime errors. Then SM21 system logs above runtime errors. Then system logs here, right? ST22, right? So then here we can see the dumps. Today, how many errors are school internal error in the school systems. So there is a program. So there is a some school issues, right? School issues. So spool errors. Then go to the yesterday's one. Yesterday also there is a spool internal errors are there. Spool internal errors are there here. Spool systems, right? So they are the some dumps are there here. Here we can clearly see the dump. What's happening with the issue? So ST22 above runtime errors. Here we can see the internal spool errors, right? What happened with the my system? What happened? So what I can do here? Right, error analysis. You can do the some error analysis here. Then how to correct the error here, the information on the where it is terminated here, right? So then here list of the active calls here. So right, there is a one background job which is causing the issue. See here, background job name. Now we got the background job is causing the this dump here in the systems. So like this, here it is giving the error information and everything here, right? So selected runtime dumps here, ST22 runtime dumps here, right? You can see the all the runtime errors in the system here, right? So error in the SAP kernel here, error in the SAP kernel internal spool error and everything here, right? That is the main thing of the job, background job. So background jobs and runtime errors. So in case of something goes wrong in the system, so because above system, this is the is above system. So SAP system always there are lot of programs, lot of code, lot of things will be executed in the background. So when you enter the transaction code, which means that backend there is a some code, some code is compiled, then you got the this output. But sometimes what happens due to the some issues with the code, it will throw the some dumps in the system. It will throw the some dumps in the system. Those dumps we can find out it in this case here. We can find out those dumps we can find out here, right? So that is the runtime things we can find out from the ST22 above runtime errors. Above runtime errors here. Then if you go to the SM21 transaction code system logs, display the system logs here. System logs. So this will provide the system logs. So above runtime dumps is the program error, syntax error, timeout errors, anything. But this is the each and every system error. It will be logged. It will be decided. It will be tracked under system log here, right? Here you can find out the all the error informations and everything here, right? Suppose like you have deactivated the update, you have activated the update, so that is information also tracked. You have deactivated the information when it, what time, right? What date, what work process you used it. So information is everything is tracked, right? Everything is, so there many transactions are getting cancelled, right? So you can see the all the information which is all the system logs. So each and every information will be tracked under the system logs. So but in ST22 only dumps will be displayed above runtime dumps. So any dump, it is critical that will be executed in the ST22 here. So in SM21, each and every log action will be tracked under SM21 transaction code here, right? And that is the SM21. So here SM21, ST22, then SM51 active application servers, active application servers here. So in SM51, you can find out the active application server. So in your SAP system, how many application servers are active? That will provide the active application server details and everything. So if it is the active, you have the 10 will be displayed. Then by seeing this one, we can come to know whether your all application servers are active or not. This will be displayed. So active application server means active SAP systems information we can find out. So you are not sure how many are there for this SAP system. Then if you go to the SM51, you will get the active application servers and all the information you can find out from here, right? So dumps ST22, system logs SM21, right? So that is the one. So now we'll give you the one assignment for today. So what the assignment is here. So regarding the background jobs, right? Regarding the background job assignment. So this assignment, what you have to do with your name, you need to schedule the one background job here. Suppose example, with my name, I'm going to, so I'm going to schedule the one background job here, right? So this way, so I know how to schedule the background jobs and everything here, right? This is the one thing here. So then job is created and released it here. One job I created, released it. Then when I go to the SM37, the job is finished status. Job is finished status. Maybe the job name is the, so Ravi, if I go ahead and execute it here, then job is finished status. So I know how to create it. Then same way you have to create it here. Then, so the one more assignment for job is, so one is for creation of the background job, creation of background job here. That is the one assignment for you guys. And second assignment here is job should be create with the, so one is the creation of the background job. Second one is like a create the background job, create background job, but that should be executed every weekly. That should be executed every week. So not only just one time. I want the same job should be executed every weekly. I want to be executed every weekly, that you have to execute it here. So these two assignments, everybody have to complete it. I will review in the system. Why? Because with your name, you are creating the background job. So by using that name, I can find out whether you two completed or not. I will show. I will check it out. Okay. Clear
Okay,
the
sir.
assignment?
Okay.
Yes.
So
Sir, in
yeah.
above, sir, the what will be the name we will give?
Which one? Above program. Any program you can select it. It's not a problem. Why? Because in the real time, so you will get the requirement from the, so above team. So here just click on the browse button. Then you will get the program name. Always program's name starts with the RS star. Then you can make it. You will get a lot of programs. You can select any one of the program. Okay.
Okay, got it.
Program is not a matter, you can select anything. So but so job should be created with your name, then I can monitor and I can validate it.
Sir, in real time, this program name will be signed by client.
They will provide it, the functional team or developer, they will give you the program name, which program you need to schedule it, and what timelines they have to schedule it, so that you have to do it in the as per their instructions.
Ravi, can you show us the example for after job and after event as well? How to schedule this?
You can do it. First of all, so these guys should be completed. Maybe I will show you that one as well. First of all, they should know about the how to create the job. Then after job, after event, I will show you that to them.
Okay. In SM12, we have different locks mode, right? So
Yes.
is there any particular specific locks that we can see there?
All the lock modes we can see it from there. So they are the lock modes like exclusions, shadow locks, and everything. So that will be set by the system. So we no need to worry about that one. That will be set by the system. Just we need to check the locks. If the older than locks, then we need to clear it.
Okay.
Okay, so that's it, guys, for today. So tomorrow I will validate it, these things. Once you've done it, then we'll see the in the job only, we'll see the some other points. We will see it here. Okay, this is only simple basic job creations and everything. So that I will show you the remaining things as well. Okay.